Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody is good. Today I am here to do a soft glam full face makeup routine. You guys ask me for this all the time, so I thought I'd finally come on here and show you guys how I get my classic beat. This is the beat I always do. First, let's quickly get into my skin prep, so I'll just be back in 1 second. The first thing I use is my Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Synchronized Multi Recovery Complex, and this is the GOAT. This is the GOAT. Let me see if it can focus. But you guys know what it looks like already. This is an amazing product. I use this every day and every night. And then before my makeup, I use the Milk Vegan Milk Moisturizer, and this is also a really nice cream. I've literally almost finished it and I'm going to get another one. But yeah, I normally just use those two prior to doing my makeup, just because I really want a moisturized base. I have combination skin, so that normally means that throughout the day I do get oily, like around my nose or my forehead area. I could probably touch up around like 6-7 hours, but my skin is not oily. So yeah, now that we're all primed, I already did this step. I am going to go in with my primer, and everything I'm using today are my go-to products. These are the things that I reach for. I know that I can go out, dinner, clubbing, whatever, and I'm gonna be good. So the first thing is the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer, and this is like my favorite. This is just my favorite primer ever. Like, this is so good, and I don't know why it's so good like this. It just makes my skin look really soft. My pores are filled in. It just makes my foundation go on effortlessly. Like, it's just the GOAT. Like, literally the primer GOAT. So I just rub that in to my skin. Then I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation, and I am in between shades. So I use 5N1, which is Pecan, which is slightly darker, and 5W1 Amber. Sometimes I'm feeling sometimes I feel lazy and I just use Pecan. So if you're like my shade and you don't mind your makeup being a little bit warmer, deeper, both, then you can just get Pecan. But I normally like to mix both because I really want a perfect base. So I just take 2 pumps of the Pecan, and then I'm going to use 1 pump of the lighter shade, which is Amber. I'm just going to put that on my finger and then just dab that on each side. And that's normally enough for me. To be honest, most of the time I just use 2 pumps, but this is medium coverage, so this is not full coverage, which means you tend to need more pumps, especially if you are somebody that likes a full coverage foundation. I normally go between a few brushes, but the one I like the most is this small stippling brush from Primark. But I also use the Fenty Beauty 115 foundation brush as well. This is a lot denser, so I think this packs on your product more. So I started off wanting to use this, but I'll probably use this one instead. You guys already know I don't wear a lot of foundation on my forehead. I normally just use what's left over of my brush, just because I think it just looks better, if I'm being honest with you. And I think sometimes with your frontal, when you put too much makeup, the line of demarcation is just really loud. So yeah. Okay, sorry if the lighting changed. I just had to move my light because it was making like weird shadows. I'm still working on my light situation because I got new lights recently, so I'm just trying to make everything work. So yeah. Anyway, back to the video. Once you've got your base on, like I do, I normally go straight into my concealer, and no introduction needed. This is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and I used to use the shade Warm Sand. This is like my natural shade, and then I use the shade Latte for when I'm trying to look beat, like when I'm giving seductive. So today I'm going to use a little bit of Warm Sand, just like literally like this much. Can you guys see it's like a little bit more of a natural shade? And well, you guys know I wear bright under eye in it, so what's really natural to my eye? And then I'm going to go in with Latte, which is very golden, so it really brightens your under eye area. And then I'm just going to go down my nose, my forehead. I don't really do my chin. I just like to do that with the leftover product. Then I'm going to go in with my damp Real Technique sponge. I just going to give it a little moment or two. And this is what I normally use to blend my concealer out. Oh, I almost forgot. Whilst my concealer is setting, I might as well tell you guys about my contour shade. And I go in with Toffee, which is also from Too Faced. It's the same concealer, but I tend to blend my concealer out first before I put my contour on, just because sometimes the sponge gets caught here and then you start transferring the contour shade onto your concealer. Do you understand what I mean? I hope that wasn't confusing. And I like to blend my concealer all the way down my face, into my foundation, down my cheeks, just because naturally I find that a lot of black women have hyperpigmentation around their mouths. So when I do this, it just kind of helps to keep mine at bay throughout the day. Because obviously, you know, your makeup starts to wear down as the day goes on. I just look so beat. Ooh, look at that. If this is not for you, you can use like a natural shade in it, but this is what I like. And once that's blended out, I'm going to use this time to contour with my Toffee concealer. And you literally need a really small amount. Like, what I've added is generous. I'm going to go in with my Fenty 125 face brush, which is literally angled. And what I do is I stipple my contour in. So I don't swipe. I just literally press it like so. And I always go a little bit higher than my cheekbones. I just press it in. And then I always go over this area just to blend it out. And then the same thing over here. Just stipple, 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 stipple. And then same thing here. And always try to blend away harsh lines. And then when you've done that, I just take a little bit of warm sand, just there. And then I just blend out on top any like lines of demarcation. I blend away any lines that might have come. Like so. I had to quickly bake before I came to talk to you guys because that's how your concealer will be creasing again. But I used the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder in Translucent Honey, and it has like a little bit of a warmer undertone. I'll show you compared to... Ooh. I'll show it to you compared to the other Laura Mercier, which is the original one. So here is the original and here is Translucent Honey, so you guys can see the difference. And what I do now, because I really like the honey one, I like what it does to my skin, it's just really flattering. I'll tend to go in first with honey, and if I feel like, oh, I want a little bit more brightness, or I just want it to look a little bit more like pop, I'll go on top with the classic, which is just the white one. And I'll just do that like so. and I'm just gonna leave this here whilst I work on the rest of my face. I never used to really be a baker like such, but sometimes, like when I'm going out or when I really need my makeup to stay on, it helps me to bake. So I'm just gonna go down my nose contour with a fluffy brush and the classic translucent. So this is not translucent, honey. So what I do with the rest of my face is go over it with my mineralized skin finish in dark. And this is my favorite powder. I've used quite a few other powders. The other one I really want to try is Sephora Micro Smooth, but they don't have Sephora here. So if any of my friends end up going to America, I mean, which we won't be anytime soon if we're being honest, but if any of you guys end up going, then, you know, let me know. So maybe I could do like a makeup exchange with an American subscriber. Like I send British stuff and they send American things. To contour, obviously we've already got our, like, you know, our base is down, but what I'm gonna use to further contour is the Benefit Hoola Caramel Bronzer, which looks like this, and it's a really good shade dupe for Fenty Beauty's Caramel Cutie. It's like the similar vibes. If anything, this is a lot more pigmented. Now I'm just gonna go on top like so and just press that in. And you don't need a lot, especially because we already contoured with the Too Faced. I'm happy with how that looks. I don't normally clean up under my contour line or anything like that. If I feel like the line is a little bit harsh, I'll just go on top with my mineralized skin finish and then just kind of press that in. I normally do my entire base before I do my eyes. I always do eyes last. And the next thing I'm going to do, I feel like I'm rushing, let me relax. The next thing I'm going to use is the MAC powder blush in Burnt Pepper, and this is matte, and I really like warm pinks, peaches, oranges. I'm that kind of blush girl. I don't really like cool toned pinks, blue toned pinks, or blue toned reds. Like I just don't think it suits my complexion. So I'm just going to do a little cheeky smile. And I love blush, so I tend to use a lot of blush, but for you guys I'll just use a little bit today. She says piling it on, because I don't know about you guys, but as like black women, I feel like our blush, when you wear the blush, you go outside, it starts fading. So I want my blush to be on and popping, period. So for my brows, very boring. Before I fill them in, I just press them with the leftover powder on my sponge, just so like oil doesn't break throughout the day. And you guys already know I don't have no eyebrows. Like, where's my shit, please? So I'm just gonna take this e.l.f. brow. Ooh, the whole thing just fell out right then. Literally the whole thing. I liked that brow pencil as well. Anyway, where's my other one? I'm gonna take my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and this is shade 5. The only reason I don't use this often is because it's quite dark, so you have to be really light-handed. Like when I say light-handed, like barely any strokes. So I'm just gonna line the bottom of my eyebrow and then the tail, and then I'm gonna fill in the tail, but I don't fill in the beginning. I don't fill in the start, I just fill in the tail. But you guys also know I don't like a harsh brow. I think I kind of grew out of that. So let's just get this here. And this brow always needs a little bit more help. And then I'm just gonna literally use the spoolie to blend it out. Then I'm just gonna clean up my brows with my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC45. And I know that everyone who has this concealer has had it for so long. Like, I know our thing is expired, but I'm still gonna use this concealer. And I'm in the shade NC45. You guys that are OGs on this channel know that that used to be my skin color when I was a little bit younger. I used to be so fair. So yeah, I just clean up my under eye with my skin tone. Or just something that's like a little bit lighter, but barely, because I just don't really like the halo brow look, and I just think it doesn't photograph well, and just a whole bunch of things, like a whole bunch of reasons why you don't need that. Then I'm just gonna wipe that like so. I'm just gonna blend my concealer out with this fluffy brush. I think I just got it in a random brush set from Amazon. And yeah, you're just gonna and then to set that, I'm just gonna go into my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and just set my eyelids just to make my base ready for my eyeshadow. I'm also going to use this time to just contour my nose really quick with my caramel Hoola bronzer. And I like this colour because it's not too dark, and I don't really like strong contour. I normally literally just do the tip of my nose and just run it up one time really gently. So now for my brows, the final step is the 24-hour brow setup from Benefit again, and this gel really sets your brows, like they really stay where you put them, and I just think it just adds an extra little oomph to your brow, you know. And now I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. This is the Zoeva Luxe Sheer Cheek Brush in 127. I'm just going to dust off my powder. And then I'm just going to spray my face just to get rid of like powderiness and whatever with my Estee Lauder Set and Refresh Perfecting Makeup Mist. I'm going to go in to two palettes. I'm going to use my Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette and my Oma Beauty Black Magic palette. So for the Oma Beauty palette, this is like literally my go-to brown, this quad right here. And I normally go into Oma, which is a light brown. And then I just use this as like a crease color. Then I'll go in with Edger, which is the reddish brown shade beneath it, and just deepen up that brown color that I've got. I'm going to use the Too Faced Palm Springs Dreams palette instead. And I think I'm going to do a shimmer, but I'm going to use TFTI, which is this shimmer right here. I'm not really a big shimmer babe, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I'm normally going to put this on my lid and call it a day. But just because I don't want to be boring. So let me see if I like this TFI color. So I'm going to use my finger and just press this TFTI color onto my lid. And then I'm going to go back into my fluffy brush and I'm going to take Edger. And I'm just going to blend the edges out. I'm going to go into my Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Eye Crayon, and this is in the shade Blacker. And I'm just gonna run that along my lash line. Not particularly neatly, just so I've got like a just like so. So I'm going to go in with my Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara, and this is the best mascara ever. Like, if you wear your real lashes out, get this mascara. Then I'm going to go into Chestnut from MAC. And my favorite, one of my favorite lipsticks is the Fenty Beauty Slip Shine sheer lipstick in shade 4 Makeout Break. And I love this lipstick. Like, I love the texture, the formula, the shine. I love everything about it. It feels so good. Like, it feels like a really creamy lip balm. Just look how good this is. Wow, I think I put too much lip liner, so I'm just gonna wipe it off a little bit. Okay, this is much better. And then I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced lip injection lip gloss, and this is in the shade Wifey for Lifey. There's some other shades I really love, but I actually don't know where I put them, so I'm just gonna use Wifey for Lifey. And then I'm also going to use my Marc Jacobs Enamored Lip Gloss in the shade French Tickler, which looks like this. Oh, I didn't show you guys this shade. This is the Too Faced one, and this is the Marc Jacobs one. And the Marc Jacobs one is very sheer, but I just like that it dilutes the pink a little bit. And I'm just going to press my lips together. And then the last step that I always do is use my e.l.f. highlighter in the shade Taupe. And I just take my pinky finger and I just do a little boop at the end of my nose. And just right here on my nose bridge. That's it. A final spray of my Estee Lauder Set and Refresh. And obviously I don't have to do lashes, so that saves a lot of time for me. My hair is from Mackay McDermott Hair. It is the lace wig on the website, or you can get it handmade with 3 bundles if you would like. This one is transparent lace, and I dyed it black. My bracelet is from Zara. My earrings are from Zara. They're not a set, but Zara do a lot of mixed metal things. These are not new. I think this might still be on the website. And my top is also from Zara, not that you can tell. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe if you like my content, and let me know what you'd like to see down below. Love you long time, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.